It took me 2 years to land my first bar spin, and the whole process sucked. I hated myself, I hated BMX, and I don't want that to happen to you. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 things to try if you've been constantly trying and failing at bar spins. Hopefully one of these 3 things click for you and you're able to land the bar spin. If you're not, I'll tell you how you can fix that and how you can be sure to land whatever trick you want at the end of the video, but let's get right into it. First thing, height. Okay, you're gonna need height, you're gonna need time in the air to throw the bars and to get the bars around. Obviously, I'm assuming that you already know how to bar spin, but if you already know the concept of it and you've been trying and you just can't land it, getting more time in the air is gonna give you more time for the bars to spin, more time to get your hands on the handlebars, and more time to adjust so that you can actually land it. I see so many people, and this was one of the issues that I had, going up in the air or barely doing a little hop, like not even hopping high, just barely doing a little hop or barely coming in the air and trying to bar spin. And it's like, what are you doing? You are not that fast at bar spins. You can't do bar spins like this. Okay, and until you can, you need to have more time in the air so that you can get your little slow bar spin around and finally land it. Tip number 1, more time in the air. Quit doing it so small. Yes, you have a higher likelihood of getting hurt, but do you actually want to land the bar spin or not? I think you want to land the bar spin, so I think going higher is one of the things you need to try. Tip number 2, bus driver it. This was the thing that changed the game for me. I was throwing bar spins and I could only catch with one hand. I'd throw, I'd catch, I'd be like this, and I was really disappointed. I was so upset with myself. And so my grandpa told me, well, why don't you keep that hand on and go around? And I was like, okay, like, let's try it. Landed it first try. No joke, came out, bus drove it around and landed it. It was crazy, but to him, the problem was that my hand was over here and it was just getting lost after I threw it. Like I was throwing it, my hand was getting lost. So the solution was keep your hand on so it doesn't get lost. And that worked perfectly for me, changed the game. So if you're throwing bar spins, I know it's less manly to bus drive it around. I know people are gonna make fun of you, people are gonna judge you. Like, I get that, happened to me, but after you get through that mental block and you throw the bars and you bust the bars around and you can consistently bar spin, fly out, hop, air, learning how to actually throw them is not going to be hard. But learning how to throw them before you get that concept around is really hard. And so just trust me, try to bus drive it a few times. Do it when no one's around so nobody makes fun of you. It's gonna help, I pinky promise. Okay, number 3 is you can cut your bars down. And I don't typically recommend this. This is why this is tip number 3. This is the last tip of the video. You just cut your bars down. Go something like 28 inches wide. Cut off an inch on each side or just get them a little bit smaller. I used to think that this was a lame excuse because I never had an issue with my bars. I never needed to cut my bars down to land it. And somebody was telling me at the skate park, he's like, I can't bar spin because my bars are too wide. And I'm like, bro, give me your bike and watch this. Okay, so I get on his bike, I do a hop bar spin, and the freaking handlebar hits my knee and I fall. Okay, and so bro got humbled real quick. I was like, actually, you're right. You need to cut your bars. And I felt like an idiot because all this time I believed like, no, you just need a bar spin. Like you just need to do it. And then I tried the bar spin. I hit my knee and I was like, okay, he's right. We need to cut your bars. And so we cut down his bars and then he was able to get it after a few weeks. But initially I was like, dude, you don't like stop complaining. I was totally wrong. Okay, I ate a piece of humble pie and I learned that cutting down your bars is something that was actually pretty helpful. Obviously, the tip that works best for you is the one that solves the issue that you're doing wrong. And so if you have somebody who can look at your trick attempts and say, hey, you're not pinching your knees, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. That's why it worked so well with my grandpa, seeing what was going on with my hand all the way over here. He's like, well, just keep your hand on. Like it was pretty common sense to him. And so if you want to learn how I taught myself to see what I was doing wrong and to master any BMX trick, I put together a free training video. The link for that is in the description. It's going to teach you how you can analyze your riding, how you can master your tricks, and how you can become a better, more confident and competent BMX rider. And that's in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video.